Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. So I'm in my bathroom. I have children. So the great thing is that I have a bathroom in my bedroom, but kids are loud. So I'm hoping that this is a quiet space. I am also getting over germs. So if I have to clear my throat a couple times in this video, like about now, that's why. And again, thank you to all of you who gave a lot of well wishes for my dad. I posted a couple of videos where I had to screen share because when you're in a hospital waiting room, there's people behind you and stuff, and it's just I had to just do the screen record. That way I wouldn't have to do so much editing. So thank you to all of you who left kind comments. I will respond to all of your comments. I just need time to catch up. But he is doing better, a long road ahead of him. And yeah, thank you to all of you for all of your prayers and well wishes. But today's video is going to be a good one. So the first part of this video, I want to talk about the SVB. Now, I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. I will say that instead of me giving like a whole explanation of what happened, there's tons and tons of videos now all over YouTube from some really good channels that really go into depth and have charts and screenshots and all the other type of stuff up. So I will have some scrolling across the screen. What I am going to talk about in today's video is how we're protecting ourselves against all of this madness. And one reason why I love dividends so much, and again, let me get my book. You see this? You want to know one reason why I love this is because I can see, yes, despite banks crashing and the market being red, I still see progress, and tracking helps me to see like, yes, everything is down, but if I buy and hold long term and I hold on through all these cycles, I'm going to be okay at the end of the day. And remember, we're not investing to get this money out next week. Again, if you're a beginner, you should not be trading or shorting or options or anything like that. That's just my personal opinion, because if you're new, do you know all the terminology? Do you know how to do it successfully? And again, long term is always the best way to go, especially if you are new. Another thing is that we have 5 ways we want to protect our money, just because this let me know and my husband know that being diversified, I know many of you always say like, Shalise, why you have all these different accounts? This is the reason why, because if something happened in one place, while that's being worked out, we can still access at least some of our money somewhere else. And this is the first part of, while we're protecting our money, is more than one bank. You will never see me have all of our money in one place. Not Capital One, not Ally, not Bank of America, not JP Morgan. We will have money everywhere. Why? Because if, like with Silicon Valley Bank, if they pause or there's some issues going on and I can't get access to that money, at least I have money somewhere else. This is another reason why my husband and I will always bank with brick and mortar banks. So I will never be 100% like with Ally or SoFi, because if something happens, I need to get to an ATM. I need to get to a brick and mortar place where I can at least get something versus not having any type of access. Same with our investment accounts as well. And so another way we're going to protect our money is making sure that we continue to invest. There's a lot of people leaving the stock market right now, going to banks, which is odd because remember, the SVB crisis had nothing directly to do with the stock or the stock market. This was mismanagement by the top executives in that company, management, and how they chose to invest in bonds and things like this. It had nothing to do with directly the stock or what the market did. Okay, but again, this just lets you know that even if you don't invest and you put all your money in banks, things can happen with banks. Okay, so we're going to continue to invest. I was asking myself, what's Warren Buffett doing? What are the people who continue to get wealthier and richer doing right now? There are a lot of good companies that are suffering. There are a lot of good funds that are suffering because of this debacle with SVB. Coca-Cola is not going anywhere, right? JP Morgan isn't going anywhere. Bank of America, Target, Walmart, Amazon, but they're suffering because of this debacle. So today's payday for us, and you better believe I'm going to be investing money, okay? Another way that we're going to protect our money is to keep cash on hand. I suggest anybody have something, a little something in their house. Now, I'm not talking about thousands of dollars. I'm talking about, a couple hundred at least, because if you can't get to the bank or something's going on like what it is right now, you have a little something for groceries or things like that if you don't want to use a credit card. Another thing that I would suggest is turn off the news. get off the internet, because when you have information overload, that it will produce anxiety, and you don't want to have anxieties. One thing that Keenan Grace says that I love so much is that he says proper preparation prevents poor performance. It also prevents you from going loco and going crazy and mad. Why? Because you're diversified and you know when to just shut it off. Sometimes you got to just shut everything off and just go for a walk, work out, pray, journal, read, cook, something along those lines, because watching it constantly is not going to change it, okay? And then I think the final thing for us in terms of protecting our money is tracking our progress. Again, you just saw me talk about this tracking, because you can see in real time, yes, the market is crashing. Yes, my portfolio is going down. But long term, I'm actually not doing too bad. So today I'm going to give you guys some motivation, and I'm going to take you into Robinhood and show you the entire dividend history. So you're going to see all of our dividends for the past 3 years that we've had this account, and you're going to see how it grew from 23 cents up to what we're getting right now. Why? Because we just are consistent. We buy and hold into good companies and funds, collect our dividends, get them reinvested, and long term, the income just grows and it works, even when the markets are red. And I learned the hard way, you always invest. It may seem scary or uncertain when everything's down, but it always works long term. That's why I'm showing you the real numbers, okay? So you can see that it actually works. So I'm going to take you over into Robinhood. We're going to walk through all of the dividends we've ever earned in that account. And you're going to see that even though the stocks are down, even though banks are crashing, guess what? Those dividends, they still up. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you our dividend spreadsheet, because I know a lot of you love that. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let's head on over to Robinhood. I actually thought this would be fun to kind of go down memory lane and see like the dividend growth, the progression of us building our shares and the results from that. So what I'm going to do is go to the dividend part of Robinhood, and we're going to do a walkthrough of, all of the dividends we've received. All right, guys, so we are here. So you can see that I have the dividends part set just to refine it, and we can kind of filter it out. But yeah, so our first dividend here was from Cardinal Health. That was for 49 cents. That was on October 15th, 2020. So what we're talking about almost 3 years now. And the famous realty income, I know that's the one that a lot of people love to see. This was 23 cents, and that was on, it's right there. See, one share. So, and then you can see like Kroger, we had that, but we sold that a couple years ago now. Oh, that's the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's acting up, so you're going to have to bear with me. Then we have Aflag again. So you see how all these are under $1, right? Under $1. Again, realty income, you guys see like the dividend updates, and we're getting a really nice amount now in dividends, especially from realty income. But our first dividend in Robinhood was for 23 cents. So this is a testament, okay? If you just are consistent, again, we dollar cost average when the market is up. We're dollar cost averaging when the market is down. Again, I prefer when to invest on red days. That's just me, honestly, as an investor, just my personal opinion, because I'm getting realty income on sale. I'm getting realty income at a discount. As an investor, if you want to buy properties or anything, you don't want to pay full price. You don't want to pay over what it's worth either. You want to always get your assets on sale. And you can see we're just slowly scrolling up. We had Walgreens here. Now we rebalance our portfolios once a year, sometimes twice depending, but usually once a year. Let me know down below, how often do you rebalance your portfolio? Continue to scroll, and you're going to notice that slowly the dividends are increasing. So we have our first, like $1 here, $1.03 here from Main Street. They are a monthly dividend paying company. Now, I did a video talking about like 60 monthly paying dividend stocks. Make sure you guys go and check it out. It's one of my popular videos. I have playlists on this channel. So if you're new and you have other questions like how do we invest? Where do we start? What's our story? That's why I have playlists. That's why I have a bunch of videos. I'm really, really open with a lot of things. And so you can go back and get more of our story there. Look at this. You see realty income? We started to increase our share size. Let me click on that, see if the Wi-Fi will work with me. But you can see that it is at 71 cents. So we went from 23 cents up to 71 cents in realty income. And this was because we started to slowly build the position. Now, this is taking a little longer, but that's what that would have said if it would have came up. Oh, see, look, came up right there. 3.01. So all of you who are just starting and you're like under 10 shares or you're under 5 shares, guess what? We were once the same way. Okay. We got 71 cents on a little over 3 shares. So you're not by yourself. I understand where you are. If you're trying to get started and you're like, it's taking a long time. Again, this was back in January of 2021. We're in March of 2023. So just continue to be consistent with it. You can see we had AT&T. We did a lot of rebalancing over the years, but again, these are the dividends that we received. You can see some of the other ones that we have gotten. I'm just going to point out some of the ones that stand out. Aflac. So we got our over $3 in Aflac, really good insurance healthcare company. Let's see, Amcor, $1.76. They make a lot of plastic and packaging. So again, that's a company that's really under the radar because a lot of the things we consume, especially in this country, are plastic and have packaging attached to them. So really good company. I really do like Amcor. Look at BP, almost $5 in BP, which is pretty awesome. This is another company we've been slowly building up. You can see Coca-Cola right there. Look at this. We got over $1 in dividends from Realty Income. That was in April of 2021. And to get over $1 in dividends, and again, I like to click to see this. If I was home, I would be able to do this a little faster, but I want you to see context. This was about 6.31 shares and we received $1.48. So again, slowly build up. And I'm telling you, it'll get there. I do miss the old AT&T dividend. Now, if you didn't know, AT&T split. So their dividend was split as well. So these nice high dividends that AT&T was paying, they're not paying anymore. I think their dividend was kind of cut in half. Let's see what else here that really like stands out. But you guys can see all of this anyway, right? You can see some of the rebalancing we did because we don't have like some of these positions like Kronos. We don't have that anymore. We don't have this Investico SPQ 500 high dividend ETF, though I would like to get this, but I think I'm going to put this somewhere else, not in this particular portfolio. Look at this, Coca-Cola, almost $10. This was in July of 2021. I'm just going to scroll up so that this don't take too long. And what I'm going to do is show you my spreadsheet that I use to track all this towards the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So we're towards the end of 2021. Look at this. We got $15 here. We got $20 here from AT&T. I miss AT&T's dividends. Warnick, we got almost $19 there. So you see how they're growing, right? You see how they're growing. Look at this. Altria, $50 a dividend. $50. This is why I love it because Altria is a dividend king. They're not going anywhere. And, you know, it's just, to me, it's a solid company. Not financial advice, but that's what we do. Over here, you can see Warnick, $22. I'm just going to point out some ones that really like stand out. We have Coca-Cola, $13.72. So we achieved over the $10 mark in April of 2022. And again, it's to show you guys, I want you to see this journey. I want you to see the progress. It's a little tedious, yes, but I love this information because again, it shows me, you know, that we're actually making progress when it doesn't feel like it, especially in a bear market. You see the stock market falling right now, but look at all these dividends constantly coming in. Like, I love it. I love it. We received over $2,000 at least in dividends since 2021, over $2,000 in dividends. And so that's what I love about investing long term. You can see Warnick, $35, Realty Income, almost $25. Just pointing out some. Arbor Realty Trust, over $35. Let's see. Look at this. Altria, $71. October of last year. $71 we received. Look at Realty Income, $25 in October of last year. Amazing. I love it. Hit $27 in November. Let's see. Arbor Realty Trust, $42. Again, you see how they're slowly going up and they're consistent with it. Look at this. January, Altria paid us $76.94. That's crazy. That's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. We have QILD, $42.40 January of this year. You can see some of our other dividends for February. I did a video talking about our dividends for February, so make sure you go back and look at that. Let's see. Yeah, and you can see some of the ones already pending for March, and we still have dividends that's going to be coming in. And look, you can already see Realty Income over $30. This is just a sneak peek. BP over $25, Bank of America, which is tanking right now because of another bank that tanked. So again, that's the downside, is that if one company in a sector falls, usually all the companies in that sector fall. So yeah, so I'm going to show a snippet of the spreadsheet that I use and then close out the video. All right, guys. So this is my dividend spreadsheet that I use to track everything. So this is like Command Center right here. And this tells you like our portfolio value. Again, look at this. The market is crashing, and so we're down $4,000. But when you look at it in a percent, it really gives you a realistic idea. Yeah, we're down $4,000, but our portfolio value is over $100,000. So it's down about 3.82%. So it may look bad because, again, $4,000 to me is a lot of money. But overall, this is why I dollar cost average. This is why I track everything, because it allows me to see like, oh, okay, like it's not as bad as I thought. And again, these are just our taxable accounts. Now we get dividends in Robinhood, we get dividends in Webull and all of that. Those are taxable accounts. But we also get dividends in the HSA. We get dividends in our Roths. We get dividends in the 401k. But I'm not tracking that because for early retirement, you can't touch those accounts. So those accounts are for our long-term future. But I'm 38. We want to kind of do our own thing around age 42, 43. So of course you need capital, you need income, and that's why we're building these up. So this is just our Command Center. And if you guys want me to bring this back to my website for sale, because again, I put a lot of work into these, I'm more than happy to do it. I have two options. You can just buy the spreadsheet and fill in your own information, or I can do it for you. But I price these because it does take a lot of work. So they are a little bit more pricier. But again, you can see that it gives you what you need to know. I have a graph for like the dividends, income source, so like VTI, JEPI, SHD. I also have the market value graph and the sector diversification, because that's important as well. We have 47 holdings and our projected yearly income is about $56.79. Now keep in mind, I have to update this. So I try to update this once a month because I'll be in the spreadsheet constantly. And, I have a lot going on right now. So I try to do this once a month, probably towards the end of the month, because that way, it's easier. I can get a more accurate, realistic understanding of how our investments are doing. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. And until next time, I'll see you in my next one. If you need any help, check out my website. I have sessions there, groups there, trackers, spreadsheets, all the good stuff. So again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.